You know, at Balance Catamarans, we really do custom boats and semi-custom boats, and our orientation is towards performance for sure. We want to create fast performance voyaging catamarans. At the same time, we're not crazy to the extent that we think that you need every go fast in the world, regardless of what it costs. And you know, whether that's requesting curved dagger boards or a rotating mast or carbon rigging and carbon mast and carbon beams and all this stuff, because our boats are fast without those things. And we really say it's customer choice. How much money do you want to spend on these things to get marginal performance increases? The one thing that I do think has advantages if one wants to spend the money is a carbon mast is a nice thing to have if you recognize that the less weight you have aloft, the less fore and aft pitching motion you'll get in the boat. The carbon mast is a little bit stiffer, and so it gives you a little bit more power, and it will kind of leads to a little bit softer ride than the aluminum rig. But what you find is that the cost of the carbon mast is typically about 4 to 5 times more than the aluminum rig. And so I always, once again, here say that you can spend an awful lot of money to get a carbon mast, but the weight difference actually is not as substantial as you might think. The tube weighs about 40% less, but when you dress the mast with all the fittings and the halyards and everything else, it ends up being a total difference of about 18 to 20%, something like that. Again, it depends. And so I say to people, again, carbon mast is a Christmas present, and if you can afford it, wonderful. Ditto with really nice high-tech rigging that also weighs a lot less. I always say that it's really important to get high-tech sails that are light, 20% lighter, and that can carry a really good radial shape. So you can carry a really big roachy sail that's cut in radial fashion, and I don't care what fabric you use. Other than Dacron, if you can cut the sail in a pie-shaped radial fashion, you're getting 90% of the performance benefits that you get from moving to a radial sail, regardless of what fabric you use. And that's something that I highly recommend to people. So, do I need a carbon mast? No, you absolutely don't. We found that our aluminum rigged 526s sail really smartly, just as our carbon rigged ones, and it really just becomes a question of whether or not one wants to spend the extra money. But again, Christmas present.